Alrighty, this is Walter. Hey, I'm doing a point 0.5 show today because 9.5. There was a lot of things I forgot to talk about yesterday. I just kind of really ran out of time. I didn't expect to do that. Let me lower my chair a little bit. Well, I can. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there was a lot. Sorry about that. I just turned myself off. That I wanted to talk about that just drove me crazy, and I totally forgot about it. I just was so angry yesterday. I'm like trying to drive back from the King of Prussia Mall, taking the Valley Forge exit, and I actually take the exit towards Audubon, and it's incredible. You know, I'm driving, and there's this idiot driver. I don't know who it was, but there's like 5 lanes now to get off the Audubon exit, and 4 of them go straight. 3 of them go straight. 1 is to make a right-hand turn. 1 is to make a left-hand turn. So there's somebody far, far, far in the right-hand lane to make a right-hand turn, or they could actually go straight in that lane if they really wanted to. So at the very last second at the traffic light, while I'm waiting for it to change for me and I'm ready to pull up to make a left-hand turn, they cut over all 5 fucking lanes. I can't believe that. That could have caused a serious fucking accident. And it's like these people are so fucking mindless anymore. They don't have jobs around here. They're all on food stamps. I mean, the other day I was looking for this drink. Let me point away from the mic real quick. Alrighty, I'm going to come back in a second. I got this stuff from Walmart. It's called Muscle Milk because I'm trying to see how I can lose weight on my own before I try to get plastic surgery, which is going to cost like $2,300 to $3,000. Money I can't even afford to give out. I've been borrowing money from myself. I have a 401k. I've been borrowing money from that constantly, which you're not supposed to do, but I've been. I pay myself back, but still I'm losing a lot of money that way. Anyway, I look on Walmart's website for around here, and I was like, okay, muscle milk's supposed to help. It's lean. You replace meals with this crap. They actually use it for bodybuilders. I'm no bodybuilder, folks. So here I am. I'm looking it up online. Somebody actually has the fucking nerve to write, can you use it with food stamps? And they wrote back, oh, yeah, this can be used with food stamps. The fucking product costs like $19, and you have to pay for it on food stamps? So, I mean, that's ridiculous, folks. $19, you got to use your food stamps. And 5 people replied they were glad to hear they can use their food stamps to buy protein powder. I mean, come on. That's ridiculous. So that just really drove me nuts. What else is it going to tell you? My parents were driving me nuts because I might have mentioned before I moved back home. And anytime I was pulling in the driveway or pulling out, they had to leave at that exact split second. And the one time was at 12:30 or 11:30 at night or 8 o'clock at night. I apologize. I'm coming home from, trying to stay away from them all day. Oh, I gotta go out right now. 8 o'clock at night? You're in bed by 8. So I don't know what it is. So that drove me nuts too. Yeah, there was just one thing after I asked this one friend, hey, can you answer this? I got an extra mic, and I asked him, can you respond? So I texted him a million times, I emailed him a million times, and then I also, called him a million times. I appreciate if you answer this question. It's like, it's that selective hearing. Well, if it's nothing pertaining to me or anything that's going to benefit me, I don't want to hear about it. I'm just going to pretend you didn't say anything kind of attitude he has. It's like, what is your fucking problem? I ask you a simple question. You can't fucking answer it? Folks, I mean, this is ridiculous. So, yeah, this is definitely going to be an explicit show today. I'm putting this protein drink back, so I'm going to lean away for a minute. Oh, I can't believe it. So, yeah, yesterday also, I think it was yesterday. It was like, okay, or Friday, I had taken off. I wanted to go see Jenny McCarthy. I thought she was really good. Well, you didn't see much of her. You saw other comedians. Let me move this mic. And they did a really good job. I have to say, I have to tip my hat. They were really, really good. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say. They were definitely worth going to see. So anyway, I want to get my hair cut, and every time I go in this hairdresser, it's up at this Kmart shopping center. It's ridiculous. I go in, there's this girl. She's a young girl. She tries to act like she like gives me this look of, boy, you're a fucking creep. You should be locked up. And it's like, you don't even fucking know me. I go there and get a haircut like once every other week, and you give me a fucking hard time every time. So they hired this younger girl. I don't know how old she was. She does really good hair. I'm going to take an estimated guess. She's got to be at least 18 because she works there full time. So she's out of high school. So that's fine. The girl cuts my hair right. So I go to this girl. She always waits on me. I give her a nice tip. I give her like $5. I give everybody $5 for tips. So this other girl, I don't even know her name, so that helps out a lot. But the one girl always just looks at me. I was like, oh my God, there's the creep again. It's like, you fucking don't know me, and you're judging me on accusations that you made up out of your own little dream world about me. So here this other girl, she must have hooked her up with some guy. So some guy her age, I assume. This other girl, not the one I'm telling you who just treats me like Mr. Creep. Who was very judgmental and has no fucking clue about me. No, it's this other girl. She must have got hooked up by this other girl with some boyfriend, so they would probably think I would stop stalking her. Yeah, I go to a place, like I'll go to a supermarket just because I need perishables because I want to stalk some fucking person. That makes no fucking sense. You go to these places because you need things. These are necessities. I hate to say it, perishables and getting your fucking haircut is a necessity. So why the fuck do you think I'm stalking you people? So now they not only she give me this this glare, but the other one now has this guy who hangs out in the back of the store all the fucking time. And it's like she was dressed like she's built like a 2x4. There's more lumps in oatmeal than this girl had on her body. Now she's wearing like this other girl that is the hairdresser who used to cut my hair. She's now wearing like a halter top. I mean, not a halter top, a Wonder Bra. I'm sorry, a Wonder Bra. It's like, what the fuck? And it was so crowded anyway. It was just an excuse. So what I did on Friday, it was like, you know what? I'm just going to pretend like Howard Stern used to say, these people are fucking dead in my book. They don't exist anymore. This hairdresser completely closed down, which generally there's nobody fucking in there anyway. So I'm just going to pretend that hairdresser doesn't even, this place, I think it's called Supercuts. I can't remember. Or Great Clips. I'm sorry. There is a Supercuts too around this. But here I used to go to this place for like almost 15, 20, 30 years. This one barber shop. Still around. Those people know me for years. You go in there, and the guy like right away says, hey, Walter, how you doing? Not, oh my God, you're stalking us. What's your problem? I mean, come on, grow up, people. You know that's going to be bad for business, because I hope other people catch on that this is just a gossip colony. They do really good hair, but it's not worth, I have my principles. And my one principle is I'm not going to take up with bullshit like that. So, you know what? I just walked out. I didn't say a fucking word. And that was the end of the story. But it's like, folks, what is it with these people out here that they... And then it's this interracial thing is just out of fucking control. Every fucking woman around here has to date somebody of a different race. And it's always the same, which I won't mention. And then they give you a look like you're a fucking retard. It's like... No, because I tell you, I hate to tell you, if I ever date another woman, if I'm lucky enough to, I don't think that's luck, though. The last thing that's going to be on my mind, is she fucking black or Hispanic or is she Asian? I don't give a fuck. If the girl looks nice, I don't care what her nationality is. I'm not like, these are white women who just hate white guys, and they have no really valid excuse for being that way. It's just like, because every other woman does it, they have to do the exact same thing, and they got to talk and act the same way. It's like Star Trek with Seven of Nine or the Borg. They're no different. They're like mindless robots who have no clue how to think for themselves around here. So anyway, I had to get that out. Anyway, there was a thing I saw. I wasn't going to read many news articles. I'm not going to go into them. But this one was on that Uproxx, and it said SNL fans were offended by teacher rape sketch. I thought it was actually funny because that fucking irritates me. Why the fuck do women get away with fucking young guys, and it's not okay for a male teacher to fuck a young girl? I hate to tell you, that's a double standard. Where does that come into play? Come on. guys should have the equal right. Because guess what happens? You're a guy and you get caught having inappropriate sex. Well, that's what it's called for men, at least. Not for women, though. That's called a ego booster for women having sex with young kids, boys. Well, I hate to tell you, it's the same fucking thing. I don't buy that bullshit that women are so, these young girls are so feeble and they can't handle it. Bullshit. They can handle it. They wouldn't be having sex with these teachers if they couldn't. But when they get caught, then they play Bambi and they act like, oh, I can't handle this. This guy, like, attacked me. He came after me. Bullshit. So anyway, they had this sketch. I watched it. They made the school's teacher, look like a total fucking doofus, which he probably was. And that the guy was real happy that he was having sex and, it was an ego booster. Yes, it was a funny skit, but you know what? People, grow up. Why do guys get a $500,000 fine every fucking time and the women get zero? And they get a pat on the back, and it was like, oh, they probably had a really rough upcoming. What rough upcoming? They know what they're fucking doing. Come on. Anyway, this is going to be a short show because I actually doing this early. It's like a 0.5 show, like I said. I'm going to have plenty to complain about later on. Yeah, there was some story a friend had sent me. Yeah, the same one who can't even actually, he has selective hearing and reading. He sent me some article. This was from Uprocks, too. They had really good articles, and it says, watch this man accuse his wife of sleeping with the Wu-Tang Clan on divorce court. Well, dude, guess what? She's a white blonde, Caucasian woman, and he's a black guy. And, yeah, I mean, come on. It's stereotype. Hello. That's another stereotype, so that's the thing. I have nothing against any other races, but it always seems, too, that all these fucking racial stories end up with black people blaming white people for victimizing them. It's like, you know what? You want to talk about racial repression? That's great. But you know what? How come it wasn't a big thing back in the 60s? Yeah, it was. It was there. But you didn't hear about it like you do now. Now, all of a sudden, it's a big fucking issue. Oh, my God. And then you don't even try to better yourself. You try to downgrade yourself by the way you look, the way you dress, and the way your life surroundings is like. I mean, wearing a baseball cap that's 5 times bigger than your head and some stupid fucking clothes and having these cars with these wheels that spin around and blacked out windows, yeah, that really sets an image that, yeah, you know what, we should really take these fucking people seriously because they've been repressed for 200 years. 200 years? What about like 50 years ago? What is it, 50 years ago? Maybe 55 years ago? No, 50 times 15. Let me do my math for a minute, folks. 65. What about 65 years ago when you had fucking Jews being placed in ovens and made in lampshades? That's not repression, or that's not... you had the fucking Nazis trying to genocide a whole fucking race, but that's not an issue. Yeah, it is an issue. That's more of an issue than a black person not getting served. I mean, either one's not right. But I would think making a fucking person into a lampshade out of their skin or putting them into an oven would be a lot more serious, or starving them to death and torturing them until they die. Come on. How come you don't hear anything? And I hate to say it, the Jewish people own most of the businesses and everything like that still today because they didn't let that stop them. They fucking surpassed, oh my God, we were repressed for 65 years. Did it stop them from opening up businesses, taking over, the entertainment business? No. So, folks, you know what? Give up the race card. Women, grow up. And you know what? I'm going to probably end the show right there today because it's probably more than enough right now for a 0.5 show. So I'm keeping it literally at half the time I normally do. Anyway, I hope you like my morning update and bitching and complaining. And I will talk to you later. Have a good one. one.